Hello everyone, Tom Dan here. Today we'll talk about automated video renders, or at least some sort of automated, because if you are moving your videos into render queue manually, or you are just moving your videos into Media Encoder manually, well, you are doing redundant, mundane, tedious work. In order to get rid of that, have a look what I have to suggest for you. With that said, let's jump ahead. If you've been following this tutorial series, you know that here I have just toolbar where I implemented the script execution to build bar chart trace animation automatically, and I just click that button, you just see the project being opened up, and then that's it. Because I made it this way for previewing purposes, that no project files would be rendered nor be moved to anywhere else. Now today I will show you a bit different thing where you will see a bit different approach. So to start with, I'm about to showcase you how two project files are being created automatically and placed inside the watch folder. The reason why they are placed into watch folder is because whenever they are placed there, they can be picked up automatically to be rendered, and you have to do pretty much nothing at all. So whatever you see in this object in video settings JSON file, which script automatically reads and readjusts based on that, we are going to create two project files. One will be this resolution and other the other, so basically landscape and portrait versions, and they will be stored, since currently I'm on a PC, they will be stored in this folder. So just for starters, we have this folder or a watch, and there are no files here. So let's just execute the script and we will see how it goes. Technically, the project is being opened, the boilerplate project, and you just saw a glimpse of previous build, but we are opening original empty boilerplate project to be processed, and sooner or later it will appear in the watch folder. Then script will pick up another resolution ratio from video settings file, and it will start processing the other one. You can see that we already have this landscape version being processed, and it's still processing the other one, which is portrait one, but I'm not going to close it because just to have visual sense how it works like. And you also can see that we have two versions here. Technically, what I'm doing is I'm switching those color controllers which I showed in the previous video, and that way, actually 2 videos back. And that way I'm creating different color variations automatically. And if I would open a Media Encoder, which I'm probably not going to do, or at least not for now, might open it in the end of this tutorial, but I will just showcase you how it works out. So let's just say we will open dark. So we have the landscape version of dark. Now if I open the light, it is light version. So that's very simple way how to achieve that. If I open up the dark for this one, so you just can see the different build, different ratio, everything automatically, and that's it. One thing to mention that whenever you want to achieve some sort of automation through a watch folder in Media Encoder, you must take into account that Media Encoder renders everything which is in the root of comp item. So if project file contains, let's say, 2 of those compositions, it will render 2 outputs based on the name of this composition. So I would strongly recommend you, if you're achieving this through some sort of script processing, or at least even if you're doing it manually, make sure to create these composition names logical, so that way once the render is picked up, you won't need to manually rename those files. And those files, here we can see that it reflects the actual usage of the script. That way I'm making sure that outputs will be relative to what was being created. That's the way how watch folder can work, and actually how the processing in watch folder can be achieved. Just for starters, I will open the Media Encoder folder and disable that so it won't pick up to being rendered, and you will see that here we have 4 files. They will start to appear shortly here. I have some watch folders, not plenty of those, but you can have different watch folder for different projects. Store that project file once built or once created by you manually, just resave it into Watch folder and you are good to go. Is it perfect solution for short duration where rendering in parallel is not important? This is quite simplest way without many of automation in place, but basically this is very good approach. And actually you can see that there are dark multiple ones. That's probably because file naming of compositions was somewhat incorrect. So instead of light, it still remained dark. So that's just an error on my end, but in general you can see that it picks up whatever comp names are in the root. And actually that's a good example, because that way you can see that even though if you have multiple similar names for the compositions, they won't be identical. It will just add an underline and incremental number. That's a good way. And actually if you duplicate this, oops, I deleted it. Yeah, because it's watch folder, probably it doesn't allow to duplicate it, but if it would be just plain media element and you add it into the composition here, that way you would be able to duplicate it, and it will automatically index additional value to that. So I will just delete those for now and delete those from a folder as well. So keep in mind, you're just creating a script or doing it manually, doesn't matter, saving it into watch folder and just see how it goes. Actually, this is a lot faster than just moving composition with this option. Just try it out and you will see how instantly it picks up. Definitely must make sure that Adobe Media Watch folder has proper settings set up. Add a preset which works for your case and you are good to go. In case if you want to see similar videos in the future, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel, and I'm sure that I can give you even further insights going down the line. So thanks for the time, and I hope to see you around.